Welcome to this video on the 3 dimensions to learning autogenic trance work. Three dimensions. We're going to cover these 1, 2, 3. You'll get one in each part of the video, and each one contributes to a whole that's going to help you learn autogenic trance work effectively and easily if you're looking to deepen your skills in this area. And if you don't know what I mean by autogenic trance work, you can fill in the term self-hypnosis for the time being. But for me, self-hypnosis is a broader term. Self-hypnosis covers other forms of self-suggestion. Autogenic trance work is about the ability to go into yourself, into inner realms, the inner realms of your mind and being, and explore and create connections and connect into things, connect into your source of well-being, your inner source of creativity, and also do work to rewire habitual patterns. So it's a very deep inner practice. If you want to know more about autogenic trance work, you can check out a link around here somewhere. It goes to the information page for a training I've got coming up. It doesn't matter whether you want to do the training or not. There's information there about what autogenic trance work is. If you are interested in the training, it's just a kind of one-off 3-hour live class that's coming up in December. But you can get all the details around here. And if you jump on it as this video drops, there is a discount for that class if you want to check that out. So we're going to look at 3 dimensions, 3 things that are important when looking at developing this skill set. And I'm making the video because somebody who's already booked on asked a question, and it's a sensible question, which is how much time every day do I need to spend with this? How much time do I need to carve out to spend with this? And this comes from a smart place, because the truth of the matter is, and here's an equation that fits many things in life, time spent with autogenic trance work is the only way to get good at autogenic trance work. Right? This fits anywhere in life. Time spent with income producing activities is the only way to increase your income. Time spent developing your general hypnosis skills is the only way to develop your general hypnosis skills. So this time spent with equation, this counts. And this may be reminiscent to some people of the legendary 10,000 hour rule that Malcolm Gladwell talked about in his book Outliers. This comes from the research of a guy called Eric Erickson, I think, and it's often misunderstood. So a lot of people think that 10,000 hours, you put 10,000 hours into something, you get mastery by default. Not necessarily. I've probably spent more than 10,000 hours driving, and I am not a top rally driver or anything like that. Why? Because it hasn't been intentional learning. All right, so we're going to look at 3 dimensions, and this is the first one. First thing I'll say about autogenic trance work, the way I teach autogenic trance work, I teach it as a skill set. So this is number 1. Treat it as a skill set. Now, a lot of people, when they think of self-hypnosis, they're looking for some formula that they can just apply that will get them the outcomes that they want. But of course, if you want to be good at self-hypnosis, you have to get good at it. If you want to be good at autogenic trance work, just like anything in life, you need to put time in intentionally learning it. So treat it as a skill. This is the first thing that I will say. Autogenic trance work, the ability to go in and maneuver within that inner realm, that is a skill or skill set. So that's the first thing. Treat it as a skill. Now, if we treat it as a skill, we know that we're going to want to do intentional learning. We want to be able to look at where we're at, what's going on, what we might want to adjust. We need to bring this kind of intentionality to it. So the second thing that I'm going to say as we learn is we want to work with feedback. Okay, we want to work with feedback and analysis. So what I encourage is whenever anybody does an autogenic trance work session, initially, yes, you can bring changes that you'd like to make into your life, into the session, right? It's good to have material to work with, things that you would like to achieve with your trance work session, but make your main goal to start out with developing the skills, exploring what happens when. And this means after every session, I recommend that people do a little bit of analysis. And after every application of a different method in the fundamentals and basic shapes training that's coming up, we're using different sort of building blocks. They all work in different ways. But what you want to do is as you apply these different approaches, these different building blocks, yeah, it's good to practice them. But also you want to ask yourself the question, How is this the same? How is this different? Do a lot of comparing and contrasting. See what there is to discover. So you work with feedback. I strongly recommend that people keep a journal where they make notes after each session. So that's the second thing. That's a sort of intentional thing. And you can also, there's a little added bit that you can put in here, which is to have a problem-solving approach to a certain degree to it. It's like, okay, so what went well in this session? What seems to get in the way? And how might I find ways around what seemed to get in the way? So having this kind of intentional problem-solving, analytic, working with feedback, this is a way of bringing this purposeful attitude to learning instead of just thinking, well, if I just kind of go through the practice, it'll, organize itself somehow. There's something to that. You will get something, but if you want to get really good, you want to bring intentional practice into the mix. So that's the second element to this. Work with feedback and problem solving, this kind of level of intentionality. Now, the third thing actually answers the question that I was asked is how much time every day? What I would say here is the more important thing is what I call adaptive consistency. Okay, adaptive consistency. If you make some rule and put yourself under the yoke of that rule that I have to do an hour a day or something like that, maybe you'll do it, maybe you won't. Okay, and you have to do an hour a day for what purpose and for how long? Okay, you might do it. It might work for you, and that could be good. Is an hour the right amount of time? It's an amount of time, right? An amount of time is a good amount of time if that time is quality time, if it's used well, used intentionally. What I tend to recommend to people, though, is the length of the session isn't necessarily important. When I'm, working in that autogenic trance work kind of realm myself, sometimes I might just spend a few moments there. When I say moments, maybe a minute or so. So I do this regularly because autogenic trance work is a practice for me. Sometimes I'm just sat on a train and I'll kind of tune out and I'll drop into an interesting state. I'll explore some variables of my subjective experience. I'll do some of this kind of stuff. Very recently, I was on a train and I went into, to use classic language, possibly one of the deepest trances I've ever been into, just looking out the window and just adjusting some of the sliders on my inner board, so to speak. I mean that metaphorically. I don't literally have a board with sliders on, but it's a skill set, so you go in. So you can just do these little micro pieces. You could do many sessions throughout the day, or you could do some longer sessions. It's really about the quality of the sessions, okay? The quality of the sessions. And what I recommend that people do is just make a commitment to doing some every day and doing some with a reasonably high quality of attention. So you want to get into it rather than get through it. Don't try and get through your practice. Just get into your practice. You're better off getting into a few minutes of practice rather than trying to get through an hour of practice. So make a commitment to do some every day. And what I would recommend is, just as a sort of little inner motivational game, is set up a pact with yourself. Agree to do a 30-day pact or a 100-day pact. I will do this exploration skills development for the next 100 days. And all I commit to is doing some quality time spent with, get into time with it, an analysis and feedback, some good quality learning time every day for 100 days. That could be 5 minutes a day. It could be 20 minutes a day. It could be an hour a day. It could be several hours a day if you're crazy keen for it. All right. Now, for myself, when I apply this method to learning different things, sometimes I spend short amounts of time. Sometimes I spend longer amounts of time. Again, let me emphasize this. It is time spent with quality time. Get into versus get through. If you're trying to get through your practice, you are not getting the most from your practice. You absolutely want to get into your practice. Go back, I mentioned before, analysis, reflection, comparing and contrasting, and problem solving, right? All of this is fundamental to treating this as a skill, which was the first point on here. So let me recap these points. First of all, treat it as a skill, right? That's the first thing. Treat it as a skill. The second thing is, if you treat it as a skill, you have to do intentional, high quality learning. That means analysis, feedback, comparing and contrasting, problem solving. And number three, you have to spend the time with it. Get into and not get through. Get into the practice. 5 minutes practice where you really got into it, did a good quality bit of attending, That's worth an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours of just trying to get through. Those are my 3 dimensions to learning autogenic trance work. If you like this video, if you got some value from this video, or just you found it interesting, please do give it a thumbs up. That really, really helps. Subscribing to the channel, if you haven't already, helps even more, and hitting that notification bell. All of that is appreciated. If you have questions about anything to do with hypnosis, self-hypnosis, autogenic trance work, I did a video on conversational hypnosis the other week. If you've got any questions about any of these things, please do ask in the comments section, and we shall see what that asking generates, which is very often an answer via a video. Beyond that, if you want to know more about the autogenic trance work training, you want to know about getting that discount, which is a significant discount if you book now. It's just a one-off 3-hour class, so there's no ongoing commitment to showing up at any particular time or place beyond that, but a commitment to yourself to engage, to practice, to discover what's possible for you. That is strongly advocated, and you can structure that in any way that works for you. Any further questions on that, please do ask. And beyond that, I look forward to when we next connect.